In this video, we are reviewing patterns with powers of 10. So our targets have been, I can explain patterns of zeros when I multiply by a power of 10, which is what we're doing on this worksheet. I can explain the placement of a decimal when multiplying a decimal by a power of 10. And I can explain the placement of a decimal when dividing a decimal by a power of 10. So on this worksheet, I just have multiplying, but I'll show you some division problems as well. So if you look at the first one, 7.5135 times 10 to the third power, just a couple things to remember. 10 to the third power is the same as 10 times 10 times 10. That's the expanded form. And then the standard form would be 1 with 3 zeros, 1,000. So you could look at it as we're multiplying this number by 1,000. So remember, anytime you multiply a number, you multiply a decimal, you're making it bigger. So the special trick that we've practiced in stations is moving that decimal. Now, just a reminder, and we've talked more about this in stations, and we'll continue to talk about this, is our decimal really moving? No. Our place values are actually moving. But the decimal, the trick, is our decimal can move 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So our new number is 7,113 and 5/10. Because all of our numbers, all of our place values moved 3 places to the left. But an easy way for us to show that is by just moving our decimal. So we'll do a couple more of these as practice. Let's do the second one. 7 and 145 thousandths times 10 to the second power. So hopefully you look at that 10 to the second power and you know that you're multiplying by 100. 10 times 10. So you could look at that 2, you could look at those 2 zeros. How many places are you going to move the decimal? 2 times. Our place values are moving 2 places to the left, but the special trick is we can move our decimal 2 places to the right. 1, 2. And if you are still struggling with this concept, we will keep practicing on how we can explain what's happening to our place values. Because remember, our decimal's not actually moving, but we can show that in a shortcut way. So our answer is 714 and 5/10. Oops. So that is multiplying. And you can always double check your work by remembering, okay, I'm multiplying, so my numbers are getting bigger. Let's say I have a division problem and I'm dividing by a power of 10. I'm dividing by 10 to the, we'll just do to the first power. Actually, we'll do to the first power. So if I have 5 and 13/10 divided by, remember our values are going to get smaller. So our decimal is moving over 1 place. So our answer is 513 thousandths. Or let's try another one. 24 and 56 hundredths divided by 10 to the third power. Just a reminder, 10 to the third power is 1,000. Those 3 zeros means I'm moving my decimal back to the left 3 times. And that's also what that exponent means. So I'm going to move it back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Well, what goes here in my placeholder? A 0. So my final answer is 0.0245. So get ready to do some of that practice.